Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we will be testing Karakuri Auroradon Turbo, I guess. So I'm sorry I haven't posted in the last couple of days. I was facing some technical difficulties. So right here with the test, and we should be able to go and get full combo. We just need a couple of extenders plus we basically just need three machines in a nutshell, because those are the summoning requirements for our Auroradon. So right here we have three machines, so we can go straight into Auroradon. Auroradon will trigger, summoning 3 tokens. Now even without stuff like Despot 003, 001, all of that, you should still be able to end off on VFD. With enough Karakuris you can even end off on a Naturia beast. So of course it's going to be summoning Olion from our deck. Next we can go ahead, summon Burrito. Now right here we have Karakuri Cash in our hand. Now as long as you have any way to get Karakuri, the other one, I forget what name it is, the one that searches on the field, then you're pretty much done. So right here we're going to summon the level 4 tuner. We do run garnets in this deck, like this level 4 tuner right here. We never want to see that in our hand. So we're going to go into Bure. Now one thing we have to notice is that we have already burned through one of our level 1s. So we will not be able to, usually you're going to be summoning another level 1, then another level 1, then another level 1, and you could draw 2, but you have to notice that you should not be greedy with your draws. Since we already have a level 1 in our graveyard, the level 1, we have to, we'll have to settle for the barrel, so we're of course going to draw 1. Now, we're going to go into Burebu. We're going to use Burebu in order to summon the level 1 tuner again, and then you can summon Burebu number 2. Now as you see we have 2 level 9s, and you know what that means, it is VFD. We have Ninishi in your hand, and we have Cash. If you have Inashichi in your hand too, that's also great. If you have the Inashichi in your graveyard, and you have a Gamma Oil, because that's usually what you're going to search off it if you have it in your graveyard, that's great. So we're going to use Cash, change that to defense, and search the Inashichi. Then you're going to normal summon it. It doesn't matter what you search of it at this point. Probably something like a Gamma Oil would be great. And we can end off on a VFD and a Naturia Beast. So right here, Karakuri, the synchro monsters are super insane. The only really good main deck Karakuris are Ninishi and Inashichi. This one's just a double summon, and this one searches when it's summoned. For these two, just for the Naturia Beasts, we do have to run stuff like Gamma Oil and the Cash. But that's perfectly fine. We can just do stuff, I guess. We can do stuff like getting this Burrito on field. If we really want to, just as an extra beat stick. So basically, yeah, this is usually what your end board's gonna be. VFD is pretty much guaranteed in this deck, and another thing is the Naturia Beast. Let's go into test hand number 2. Okay, so this is test hand number 2. We should be able to get the combo off. We have instant fusion, and there are only 2 Earth Machine instant fusion targets in the entire game, and the best one's probably the Roid. Yes, we are going to be playing Parapsychroid, but we're forced to. We're going to normal summon the level 1, and then we will go into Barricade Borg. And since we have Gamma Oil in our hand, well, we don't really need to use Barricade Borg. The most Barricade Board can get us is the Revolving Switchyard, which is pretty much useless until next turn. Another good thing about this is Urgent Schedule. With this hand we'll probably end off on not a lot. Maybe just one extra draw, and there's a very low chance we'll be able to get that Naturia beast. We're gonna summon Auroradon again. Karakuri Auroradon Turbo, really overpowered. So yes, we're just gonna do pretty much the same play as last time. We will go ahead, go into the Olion. Earlier I was playing Garden Rose Maiden in this, and I would try to get a Coral Dragon, but it was just too inconsistent, and you couldn't really work it out with that. So we're gonna go into Burrito, and just as a display again, we have to use this as Chain Link 1. We have to, because it's a when effect, and then we'll summon Olion. We don't have to use the other one just yet. Once again, we have the level 1 in our graveyard, so we are forced to not go into second one. We will go into Bure, and Bure will summon the level 2, the barrel. As you can see, really the Garnets-ish are the level 2 tuner, the level 4 tuner, and level 1 tuner. 3 level 1 tuner is mandatory. You pretty much have to run it. That's a mandatory effect to draw. And we draw the level 1. This would be a problem, but we are not going for the good thing we went for the level 2. We can go into Burebu. Burebu will summon the last level 1 we have in our deck. That is our last level 1. And then we can go into Burebu number 2. And pretty much we can go into the Ninishi for the extra double summon, but it doesn't really take us too far. We have this Shirokunshi, which is not the greatest thing on earth. We have 2 tuners basically in our hand, and getting that extra tuner off our Ninishi isn't very well eventful. So basically, probably our best bet is to go for the Ninishi in the end. Use its effect to maybe get a double summon. You never know. Go into the VFD. I don't know why I summoned that in attack position. Now it is prone to Lightning Storm, meant to summon in defense position. But this is a pretty consistent deck with Karakuris. Their synchros are just insane, summoning stuff from the deck. As you can see, pretty useless hand right there. Doesn't happen too often. We have Terror Top right here, so we can special summon him. We can use its effect to search Taktemborg, and then you can just summon him from your hand again. It's basically just free summons. And just like that, we have 2 machines. Once again, super useful. We have this Cash, which once again will let us end on a Naturia beast. We can't go into that bullet train right here, because we don't only control earth machines. Whoops. Seems our battery is low. Let me just fix that in a sec. Okay, so we got that fixed. Right here we have 3 machines again. I have opened this one for the 3rd time in a row. Unfortunate, but it's okay. We have the Cash. We can just switch that to defense in order to search Inasichi. And I'll probably just show you the end board one last time. We will be going into this stuff, which will lead to this stuff. And basically we're just going to do the exact same thing, getting your burritos, getting your bureys, getting your lots of stuff basically. Since we have the Inasichi in our hand, we can pretty much go for whatever we want, and we'll try this out in a real game now. So here we are in a duel. We're going first. I think this works. I have opened 2 of the level 1. pretty miserable. All that's left is to open the third one when I get to draw. Speedroid Terratop will trigger, getting the Tactemborg. Then we get to summon the Tactemborg to our field. And pretty much we can just normal summon the level 1 and chain the Durricane. Basically, I know it doesn't look very turbo-ish. We have to run like stuff like Tactemborg and Terratop, but it's really decent. So we're gonna use Auroradon. We're gonna get to summon out our 3 tokens. And now, of course, we're gonna get to Tribute 2. Well, I don't mean to go directly into the selection. We're gonna get to Tribute 2. Now, should I tribute the Shirakunshi? I mean, that could potentially be good. But depends. If I look into the future using my foresight, it's pretty much gonna be the same, except I'll have an extra token, which I guess is good. And that's Shirakunshi only has a graveyard effect, so that's also another reason I am going to be tributing it. So we're gonna, of course, go into everybody's favorite monster, Burrito Shogun. I mean. So we're gonna use it as Chainlink 1. We're gonna use our O-Lion as Chainlink 2, and once again, we're pretty much gonna do the exact same play as earlier. I'm not really sure if we will be able to get out the I'm not sure if we'll be able to get out the what do you call it? I'm stammering. The Naturia Beast. So if you really wanted in this situation, you could have gone for the level 3 tuner, and you could tune it with the 2 tokens. We have the Bure. Bure will trigger, which will of course get everybody's favorite level 2 tuner, i.e. the barrel. We can go ahead and use the Gamma, change the barrel into attack, and then we get to draw 1. Oh, we drew Gamma Oil. That is brilliant. Now that is a that is a wind non-tuner, unfortunately, so we cannot use it to go into stuff like our other thing. We have the Burebu, which will be summoning out the Gamma from our deck, and we can just go straight into another Burebu. And what would the Burebu want to summon? Now, if I were to think about this, the best thing for us to summon would probably be the Ninishi. Yep, that's probably the best play for me, really. We can just go straight into the VFD. And we can just use our Gamma Oil to recover our Watchdog. Now, once again, we have level 3, level 4. We can go straight into the Bure. And Bure will, now it won't be, it'll be summoning a, this dude, Inashichi. Now we can go into the Knot Beast. Forget about what I said about not being able to go into Knot Beast. I probably should have made use of the extra normal summon. Then I could probably go into the Burrito. I'm dumb, so I didn't. But that's okay. We have the Knot Beast. We have the VFD. I should probably add Barkion in here too. What do we have in our graveyard? That we don't really need it that much. Once again, if I was smart enough to actually go and do stuff, I probably would have been able to get an extra draw, but that's okay. The extra draw isn't too important. Let's see what he's playing. He's probably playing the OCG meta dragon, divine beast god deck. So VFD pretty much ruining the meta. Harpies. I'm just gonna use VFD, I guess. detach one, and call Wind. Now he can, once this chain resolves, he will not be able to use any more Wind. Feather Storm! Feather Storm! Feather Storm! um, if you... Feather Storm is super overpowered. If you control Wind monster until the end of phase, negate any monster effects your opponent activates. So pretty much if I don't activate anything in the same chain as this, then I can't do anything. So I mean, I might as well use the Shirokunchi, because why not? Now, VFD is going to be negated, and not by a spell. It's very unfortunate. I mean, this is kind of one of the reasons why you have to run Barkion, just to combat the, really just to combat the stuff. I think, I'll just use Naturia Beast, because why not? I'm going to get negated. Elegant Egotist. The true question is, can he get above 3k attack? So, I mean, we can use the O-Line, which is going to get negated. So, he has 2 level 4s. Like, what are you going to make? A Baguska? That's probably what he's going to make, to be honest. Really, what's the... I mean, Barricade Board can't even go over a Baguska. We have no way to combat a Baguska, unfortunately. So, thank you for watching. We'll put in Barkion after this. If I had the Barkion, I still had the level 3 token, so I won't be able to go into Barkion, really. I should have gotten into Barkion. Barkion's very useful against stuff like Impermanence. But, alas, the VFD. How unfortunate. So, the VFD got negated. I am in depression. Let's see what he has. Like, can Harpies get over 3,000 attack? Continue watching to find out. Really, can they even get over 2,200 attack? Realistically. I mean, I had infinite spell negates, infinite monster negates. All I had left was this traps. But that's okay. That's okay. I will I'm okay with that. We'll have to just wait and see what we can do with this. So our opponent's taking his sweet time to do his move. Okay. So he times out. I mean, realistically, being a Harpy player, even though he got that Feather Storm off on us, we'd be good. Like, they can't get anything bigger than like 100 attack. So if we were up against something like Pendulums, Naturia Beast wins. But yeah, that's practically the premise of the deck. It is really consistent. It can go get whatever you want. Falls to hand traps, that's why we have to run Called by the Grave. Dark Ruler no more, I really have it in my side deck. Really just in case my opponent goes first, game 2 or game 3. So that was the those were some of the replays. Let's go straight into the deck profile then. So to start things off, we have triple Super Express Bullet Train, really because all the Karakuris are Earth Machines, and we excel in getting Earth Machines through stuff like Anchor Drill. If we have 2 of these in our hand, or any way to get 2 of those, through stuff like Revolving Switchyard, we're pretty much set. Revolving Switchyard is a super overpowered card. If you summon a level 10 Earth Machine monster, then you get to summon a level 4 monster with Earth Machine with 1800 more attack. You're usually going to be summoning Anchor Drill, which can summon a Karakuri straight from your hand. Super duper overpowered Revolving Switchyard, but we'll get to that later. We have triple Durkane. It's practically the Salamangreat Fowl of the deck. If you normal special summon in an Earth Machine, you can just summon it from your hand. Triple Anchor Drill. overpowered. Practically, if you normal summon it, you can summon another thing from your hand. In the TCG, Anchor Drill is super expensive, mainly because it is a short print in only one set. I hope it gets a reprint soon enough, because I was planning on building a train deck, but it's super expensive. Double Sizon, the level 4 tuner, is super important when you're tuning it with your Mega Phantom Beast tokens, so that you can get your Karakuri synchros, mainly because he is the highest level tuner. That's why we have to run him. One Terratop, one Tottenborg. They should be self-explanatory, really. You just summon Terratop, summon the other, and just like that, you have two machines without using your normal summon, and that's basically how you're going to go into Auroradon. Triple Ninishi, probably the best Karakuri. It's practically a double summon for deck. If you're able to summon it off Anchor Drill, then just like that, you have three machines. Two Mecha Phantom Beast Alliance. We really want one to stay in the deck. That's why we run two. And even if we, and another reason why we run two is that if we draw one, then we can use the O-Line in Graveyard. O-Line actually has another effect, which is banish itself to normal summon a Mecha Phantom Beast from your hand. So technically you can normal summon itself from your hand. Double Inashichi. I really found it great only to use two. It's super good if you open Ninishi and Inashichi, but really you're not going to be using it that often. Really, it's a good level 2 non-tuner. If you're able to get it up, if you're able to normal summon it while you have stuff like Derek Kane and Bullet Train in your hand, you'll practically be going +1. You want to be searching Gamma Oil so that during the end of your combo, when you start summoning Ninishi, you can use Gamma Oil into Inashichi and end off on a Naturia Beast. Double Barrel. Double Barrel is important because if we end up drawing one of our Shirakunchis, as you saw, I drew 3 of them in a row. Unfortunately, we pretty much have to use Shinkuru as a backup option to just instantly get Bure into our Burebu. Triple Shirakunishi. Super great card. Level 1 tuners are always super good. Mainly why people ask Jet Synchron and to be banned. So basically you're just going, he's practically like a rank up spell. You can just rank him up over and over again. And each once you rank up into something, the monster that you just ranked up into can search another rank up spell. Super overpowered. One instant fusion. Mainly you're going to probably go into the Parapsychroid. Sometimes you want to go into the Sea Monster of Theseus, but Parapsychroid is probably the most likely. Also, Parapsychroid is probably the best Earth Machine instant fusion target. If you really want proof, then just watch this. We have our Earth Machine, and if we go to they're only 15 by the way. If we go to the bottom, there are only 2 level 5s. One is Cybersaurus, which is an 1800 vanilla or a Parapsychroid that can attack your opponent directly. It's better. It's just better. Triple Burebu. Some people run 2, some people run 3. I like to run 2 mainly because it's decent. It's easy enough to go into because if you have an Inashichi with your 2 Auroradon tokens, you can go into him pretty easily. A triple burrito. Now this is definitely something you want to run triple of. In any Karakuri variation, you're always going to be running 3 burrito. Mainly because its effect when it is its battle position is changed, or any Karakuri's battle position is changed, draw 1, probably be the best. Burebu can banish something, but that's only really useful going second. Burrito, super great card. Usually in a normal run, you'll be able to draw 2 on top of VFD, but it's pretty easy to get him. 2 Bure, you only really need to run 2 Bure. You don't go into level 7s that often, but just in case as backup, I run 2 Bure. And finally, 1 Naturia Beast for Synchros. It's easy to make Naturia Beast in this deck. All you need is that Inashichi and this Ninishi. You can make it quiet often, I'd say. You can also make it with the barrel and any of your Teratops, or your Gamma and any of your level, or your Gamma and your Anchor Drill. Pretty easy to make. Sorry, you can't make it with a Teratops, sorry. It's pretty easy to make Naturia Beast in this deck. It is Auto Win versus Sky Striker. It's really good against stuff like Eldritch. It can stop there. Well, for Eldritch, I recommend maybe taking out something for a Barkion. Now, I just really put in the Super Dora there for the memes. But Barkion is necessary, definitely. Just for the traps, it's instant win versus Eldritch, Altergeist, Paleo Frogs, all of those decks. Surprisingly, they're less spell-oriented decks than this is auto win versus pendulums, witchcrafters, all of that stuff. Well, not really witchcrafters. So finally we have our VFD. You can end off on VFD 99% of the time. One Auroradon, really just for the, cause why not? Auroradon is super great. And finally we have the one Barricade Borg. In case you draw something like Gamma and you want a way to get something back from the graveyard. This is the most generic machine synchro, which is mainly why we use it, and also other Jet Synchron, Halqifibrax Turbo decks also use it because it is a generic machine. Side deck, you can really use whatever I want. A definite addition you want to have is triple Dark Ruler No More and triple Nibiru. Those are some definite additions you want to put. So yeah, that's the deck. Hope you enjoyed. Do like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.